Speaking of all the law enforcement that have come together, they're not just here, they're also behind the curtain. We're talking Phoenix Fire, Tempe Fire, we've got firefighters, if you would show them right over here behind the curtain. But first, let's talk about the officer who unfortunately lost his life today. We know that he's a father, we know that he's a grandfather, a husband.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about Officer Rutherford?
So just a family man. He was a black belt in karate, as you mentioned. Had one grandson, two sons, a devoted wife. But when you see the family having to hear that news and how it's so impactful, not just for them, but his squad mates too. I say this all the time, and the men and women put this uniform on every day, never knowing if they're going to come back. And unfortunately, we have a fallen hero today. He served proudly. He served for almost 23 years in the police department, and as was mentioned, he did work the Maryville area. So we're blessed to have the Phoenix Police Foundation step up. Channel 3-5, y'all, thank you so much, because we literally called you at the last minute. Next thing we know, we're here in a phone bank.
Yeah, let's talk about something we don't really see a lot, which is the department and how it hits you guys specifically, because the Valley, it's rough.
Agreed.
For any law enforcement person, it's rough, but when you are there in the department before you come out to do things like this, and you have to keep that strong face on.
So, but what I saw, and I said this out loud, I have broken officers right now. So his squad, they were very close. His commander, his sergeant, they were all very close. But at the end of the day, we come together when things are good, and we come together when things are bad. And I'm just proud to see we have our recruits from the academy here.
Yeah, really?
So I mean, we picked up the phone. Many of my law enforcement partners across the country have already reached out. Many of the fire department folks that I know have already reached out too. So Chief Cockburner, I know that she's out and about today, so just thank you so much. But we're blessed to be so supported by a city that at the end of the day, you pick up the phone, Channel 3-5, can y'all host us? You guys were spot on.
Well, thank you.
So really happy about the Police Foundation, though, because 100% of the proceeds from today go directly to the family at a time, to be honest with you, when they can't even think right now.
No, absolutely. It's just happened. It's very hard.
It's horrible.
It's a hard one to swallow. You also, I just want to point out, the Tempe Police, you see Assistant
Chief.
Tempe Police Assistant Chief here also answering phones, and the phones are ringing. So this is good. The number is 1-877-755-2275. Keep calling. This phone bank will be open until 6:30. Safeway and Albertsons is going to match dollar for dollar up to $20,000, so that your money that you donate goes a long way.